Good afternoon from a very mild, active goldfish. No rain, a little bit damp, a little bit of heartburn. Everything's going well. My neighbour chatting to herself. Peterborough. First this, just in case you can't see into them little nooks and crannies. So, something else that you can look at when you've got stacks of cash. Yeah, alright then. But I've had this bit of kit for about 11 years now. I don't think it exists anymore, but see if I can set this up. So I've got my PC and I'm currently looking inside the waste chute of my drum. That's the back of the waste chute. I bet you're just seeing reflection, aren't you? Oh, what a shame. Quite difficult to, this is in daylight, quite difficult to see. That's the underside, you might just be able to see that. Well, I might actually be wasting my time, but that's the underside of the inside of the drum. So I'll just shift this top over and I'll show you. So that's the bit, I'm on the inside of that drum using this piece of kit. So this is a snake camera. Quite long, I think it's about 600-700mm. It was made by a company called Vizio, and as you can see there is two rather bright LED lights on the end. And just see if I can show you something on the screen. So turn it around fractionally. Sorry for all the jerking about, but I'm just really struggling here. So I'll just look at this this bucket. So I'm currently looking at this Premier Evolution Aqua Foods, and there on the screen, if I can invert it the right direction. This is really difficult with one hand. So you can see that this might have been a complete waste of time, but there you go. So it's got a handle on, it's got the facility for darkness and brightness, and it's also got a small button where you can take a photograph. Completely wasting my time because it's daylight and these things are better operate in the dark. So I can put the camera in the dark, but I can't put the PC in the dark, which is an utter shame. Why have I bothered with all this, you're probably asking yourself. Well, I was watching James the Koi Whisperer, and he was struggling to see one part of his drum, and I got in touch with James, and I also got in touch with Lee Hadfield, and I just said, if you get yourself one of these snake cameras, they do a version that will fit into an iPhone, and you're able to then look into the dark, deep recesses of these tunnel waste areas. Because you simply cannot get your head in. Anyway, I hope you got me drift, even though I just simply didn't have enough arms to demonstrate it. You just need a PC, a snake camera of some kind, or an iPhone and a snake camera of some kind. And it might be something that will get you out of a sticky situation, even when you're looking at valves underneath, say for instance my drum, to see if they're leaking. It's perfect. Anyway, this isn't available anymore. This went out as service years ago, but it still works. Anyway, moving on. Sun's out. Look at that. So, what have I been up to? Firstly, thank you to Jamie, Keeping It Koi, for taking away the old pond covers. You might have seen them on his video. couple of weeks ago. I was talking to Kat about making some more pond covers, but lighter than what we had and less than what we had. We had 5 covers before, now we're down to 3. These are considerably lighter. The mesh is, I think it's about 25 by 25, and apparently heron require 50 by 50 before the beak will go through. We shall see. We haven't seen the heron for a while. Fish are quite active, searching for food. And this is one of the favourite corners where they all congregate. So I don't know if you can see that, but they're all sat in the bottom. Which then begs the question, are they getting down for winter? Are they resting? There has been no flicking and flashing at all, but what they like to do is all gather in that corner and, I'm not going to say clamp up, I'm going to say have their fins close to their body. If you think to, in the penalty area in football, an unnatural position, having your arms out or your fins out, are they just resting or are they having issues? For me, they don't seem to be having any issues at all, and like I said, no flicking, flashing, no jumping, no spurious movements. They're just resting, and as soon as I throw food in, they're up and at it. What we got there? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 all congregating towards that corner, and then the rest are sat underneath this water feature. Not heated, as you will know, and the way the prices are at the moment, it's costly enough heating humans. Current temperature is 14.3 degrees, so it's very, very mild, late October. The drum is doing excellent, and I've checked it with the snake camera, but you've just seen that. Probably could do with a little clean out there, but that's the waste chute, would expect that to be dirty. Drum, as I said, superb. Everything chickadee-boo. I've turned this off, the upflow filter, dumped all the water out, which went just about everywhere, so there won't be any stagnant water sat in there. And both the dirty valve, which is always shut off, and the biological chamber valve, that's now shut off for winter. So I have 2 pumps only running. One for the shower. So there's a discussion point. Should I leave that shower running? I think this gets mentioned every year. Some people turn the showers off, other people leave the showers on. To be honest, I'm just not certain what to do. Skimmer working fine. One piece of food. How dare they cost of food? So that's the drum working fine, touch wood, no leaks. How many pumps have I got? 3 pumps. Yeah, 1 pump totally shut down, upflow shut down, shower, leave it as it is. I am not covering this winter. Last winter I covered and didn't personally see any massive benefit. So this time I'm only covering with nets for heron security. I'm not too certain how cold this winter is going to be. Can't see it being cold. The way global warming is, everything's going to be warmer now. So I'm just going to leave it. I have 17 fish, So hopefully at the end of this winter and through into the new year I'll have 70 fish. Oh, excuse me, heartburn again. Have to get some Gaviscon down. Anyway, that's that for that at the moment. Let's go look at something else. So here we are up in the office. It's gradually coming on. Put some lights on for you. There we go. So I'm not sure if you've seen around the office. I'll start at this corner. All the wood is reclaimed from the original roof, put through a thicknesser, stained and oiled up. Access for storage. Have a look through here. I think you can probably see slight movement in the pond, and my neighbour's shed that I built from him over the last couple of weeks. Back inside, this is where I sit and do all my modelling, and I've got my chair back because Kat were having to borrow that. And the latest model that I finished, for anybody that might be interested, and for those people who are like, it's supposed to be a koi channel. Yes, I know, but this is a SD-KFZ 251-1. That's what I've built at the moment. So there's all for anybody that's interested, and there might be a few, the Lee Hadfields of this world. And this is currently the stock that I've got, and clearly my shelf is now not big enough. My little workspace, my compressor for my air gun, and then this is Kat's little hole where she works. She's at London today. More storage, beanbag. She wanted a beanbag, so she got a beanbag. And then back over here again, recycled wood, and this was the original shape inside the original loft, so we sort of kept it as a feature. And we also got one of these. Never had a clock with a sweep hand, but I like that. Military, RAF military clock style. Cheap style, cheap version. And then to get up and down the stairs, we've got this like little safety handrail all around it. So, something different. Right, so I've just come in the kitchen. I've connected up the Snake camera, and I'm simply pointing it at the kitchen window and pan around. Not the best resolution, but it might just be able to identify a problem with a pond. And there's our pond outside. And I'll just go to the Fairy liquid bottle. So it's not too bad, but bearing in mind you'll have two bright lights on this, and you would have darkness, so the clarity might be just good enough. Anyway, I finished faffing around with that. Moving on. Just thrown some food in. Of course they're all interested now. We have two shisuis. One of them was a key shisui, and it's now darkening off and it looks more orange than yellow, which is an absolute tragedy, but it's healthy, it works. And now they've shuffled round. It's somebody else's turn to sit in this corner now. Well, it's because there's hardly any water movement there, but as soon as I stick my head over, I start looking at them and moving around. Right, I shall not bore you anymore. That's just a quick update, just to say everything's working fine. Thanks again to Jamie. New pond covers, not heating and not covering. 17 fish now, hopefully 17 fish in the future. Snake cam, possibly something you were looking at. Highly recommended to get in those little dark areas. As I say, Kat's at university. and I think we're all getting prepped for winter. I've been watching as many videos as I can because I follow about 140 different subscribers, which is hard going to get through. So if I don't put a comment on, I will definitely put a thumbs up. So my apologies for that. And yeah, in the meantime, look after your fish, look after your family. 4 jabs. I'm going to get mine, what are we on? This is Thursday, 31st of October. Next Monday I'm going for my jab. That'll be my 4th jab. So look after yourself, take care, and goodbye.